Hey guys, it's Steve. Welcome back to the SMunger channel, and today we are going to be redoing my skin tutorial video. And it's been about 15 months since I released the first one, and I'd say I've gotten a lot better. I've made 100 or so skins on the Camaro, Mustang, and Camry mods together. And when I made that first one, I was still in the learning process myself, so I definitely feel more qualified now than I did before. And I feel like I can do a better job now than I was able to the first time. So let's get started. We need some applications. You need a painting application and a notepad application, something to change your scripts with. So for painting, I recommend Photoshop if you have it. If you cannot get access to Photoshop for whatever reason, GIMP or Paint.net works good too. You just need something that can process a .dds file, because that is what the Camaro runs. It runs off of a .dds file. I couldn't tell you what that means. I just know that that's the file type. But for the sake of the lesson, Paint.net is what I use. That's what we're going to use today. And for a notepad application, I'm just going to use Notepad++. It has some tools in it that'll help speed along the process and changing things. Like if you highlight a certain word, you can change it up to as many times in the script as it is there by typing it in once. And that's pretty nice. It saves a lot of time. You don't actually have to go hunting things down. It just finds it for you. So for beginners, that's really helpful too. So to start making the skin, you need a vehicle folder. Oh, is it vehicles or vehicle? Oh, I'm having a brain fart on this. It is vehicles. Okay, cool. So it is vehicles, S on the end. Inside of that, depending on what NASCAR mod you are making, you need to type NASCAR for Camaro, NASCAR Camry for the Camry, or NASCAR Mustang for the Mustang. But for the sake of today's video, we're going to do the Camaro. And again, for the sake of today's video, we're going to be updating a skin that is in my SMunger Season 1 series. It is for driver Dice Guy. He wants the Lowe's scheme, but he wants a Cobalt version now. So it's pretty much the same thing, except on the side it'll say Cobalt instead of Lowe's, and it'll be black it'll be blackish grayish instead of blue. So because I already have a Dice Guy skin, and this is going to be a secondary skin, I'm just going to name it Guy 2. That way, so this skin file doesn't overlap with the one in here. And for the sake of content, I'm just going to retrieve it right out of the file and paste it in the new one. Now, if you guys want to take content from my 2018 to 2021 skins or my Xfinity pack that's coming out, because you just need scripts to use to port your skin in, that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. That's exactly what I did to get started myself, and I still do that to this day. But I highly recommend, when you transfer the contents over, you delete the old skin that you're transferring over and replacing it with a blank, fresh template. It's just easier to work with on a fresh template, which we will do that at the end of the video. But I'm going to real quick show you guys how to update a skin, and then we're going to real quick do a from scratch skin. But for the sake of today's video and running along with it, I need to rename this one to be Guy 2. We're going to come into nameplates real quick. Since I'm running the same rear nameplate, I don't need to change anything in that except the name. We're going to do some scripts. Now we're in Notepad++. So you're just going to select the name, which we're changing from Guy to Guy 2. And then we're going to hit Replace All. Changed it 5 times. Now it says Guy 2 every word. And you just save it. Close out. go back here, which is your contents for the skin, and you're going to continue to change your scripts. Now here, because his last name is Guy, and we're changing it from Guy to Guy 2, it changed his last name. You just highlight it and just retype it in. And also, to change the sponsor type and the name, I'm going to change it to Cobalt, because this is the Cobalt scheme. You're going to save, X out, then you're going to go into Materials. One more time, you're going to highlight Guy, replace all. All 5 have been replaced. Save. And you are done with scripts. That is all your script work done and out of the way. Didn't even take me 2 minutes. Now we're going to open the skin file. Here is the Dice Guy skin. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to import a file. The file is just going to be a blank template. What do I want to use? What kind of lights does he have on the rear? He's got regular rear lights, so we're going to use this 2021. Yep, that laid over good. So, I don't want to cover the front name banner. If you saw, the banner was down here. Now you can't see it anymore. You're going to take your selection tool, and just on this layer, you're going to get an eraser, make it a little big, turn your hardness all the way up. It makes no fuzzy edges. And I guess we're going to need a little bigger than 90. And there we go. Fix the banner. So I gotta think of a good way on how I'm going to patch this all up and fit a Cobalt logo over that. Actually, let's look up a photo real quick. So we're gonna look up 2012 Johnson Cobalt scheme. This is pretty much what we're going for, but with the number 57. What do I have on the deck? I've got Lowe's on the deck, Lowe's on the rear bumper. So pretty much these two logos need flipped around and replaced up here. I need to fill in the lines, and the one on the hood can stay as is. So this is just going to be as simple as changing colors and a very minimal amount of patchwork here. So I'm going to do some fast speed video editing. That way, so this doesn't turn into a 25-minute video of just me doing some patchwork, and this might take 2 minutes instead. So I'll be right back, guys. I'll show you guys the finished product. Alrighty guys, so now that I have finished the transformation from the Lowe's scheme to the Lowe's Cobalt scheme for Dice Guy, I am now good to save as specifically. You're going to want to put your Chevy files as a .dds. Chevy files as a .dds. Yes, replace it if it already exists. You're just overriding a previous save. If you are just editing a previously made skin. Now here's the fun part. You compress this to a zip file. You may now name it to whatever you want, because when you open it should open straight to a vehicle scheme, just like this one opens straight to a vehicles folder. Sorry, vehicles folder, not vehicle scheme. Open to mods, drop it straight into your mods folder, and launch your game, see if it's working. I'm gonna close some of these extra tabs I got open because I don't think I need them anymore. We're just gonna open to Atlanta. It's just the first map I've got on the list. Okay, it chose to load. We're good. My laptop was having a stroke. That's all that was. Go to the Camaro. Go change your skin and hope and pray it worked. I'm going to turn the graphics up so I can actually show you guys what the skin looks like in not piss-ass resolution. And there you go. We have made a skin. It is honestly that simple, guys. I think this one took me a half hour to make. And I know it was just blanking out and replacing a couple of logos, but seriously guys, it is that simple as just you paint, you change 8 words in a couple of scripts, and you just throw it in your mods folder when you're done. It really is this simple. But if this helped you out more than the previous one, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and we're getting ready to start working on the Daytona race for the SMunger Cup Series. It's the Season 1 season opener. It's the first points race of the season, so I hope to see you guys there. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.